You guys ever ride in a limo?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
actually,
wait,
yeah.
traditional limo or like one of those van limos?
Oh, do a traditional one. Like
Yes.
one of those old school cars, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Old Cadillac one or whatever.
Oh, I want to ride in one of those, like the
Early.
really old ones. I want one of those. Like I rode a new one. I think it was for a wedding or something. Yeah, like the Hummer ones, right? Yeah, I think we did one of those. I thought a car ones too.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever did a car one. Or did we do a car? Oh, now I can't remember what it was. But when you said van, were you talking about like a stretch minivan?
Well, like,
Like the Hummer one?
like the limo vans that you get, like the ones where it seat up like 30, 40 people. Like
bus?
people get for their wedding. Well, I mean, yeah.
No,
but
I'm
they
picturing
call
like
them
a
limos,
van
yeah.
with like a 30-foot sliding door.
Yeah.
Maybe they should come out with that, like the big ass sliding door like that.
Yeah, I was talking like they call them limos, but yeah, the buses, like that.
Yeah, but I want one of those like the old school cars. Like,
But yeah.
the only like they're always gray or tinted windows.
Yeah. Gray, white, or black. Yeah, I think the three colors you use.
Just neutral.
Yeah, the one
colors.
I had, the one we rode in was black. I think we rode in after our wedding.
Didn't Pastor Troy have a stretch PT Cruiser? I think so. Or was that the Big Timers? Yeah, that was the Big Timers.
Probably big timer. Sounds like something they would do.
Yeah, I mean, you just need millions of dollars to do it, but
Yeah.
oh, I wish I was rich. Like, just to think of an awesome ass vehicle to do that with, or do it with
Camino.
an El Camino.
With an extra long bed.
Yeah.
Would you have an extra long front or an extra long bed?
Just the front seat.
You don't really have to do anything with them either. Just put a couch in the back and you're ready to go.
You could put the whole living room furniture in the back of a stretch.
They were made to be limos.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
All right, guys, let's get after it.
Alrighty. Live from your mom's basement, it's fridge brick time.
Welcome to another episode.
On today's episode, we talk about algorithm.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I still don't understand algorithm. Well, I shouldn't say it like that. I get how it works or how it's supposed to work. Like it's supposed to feed you whatever it thinks you're going to feed next. Like if you're talking in terms of surfing the web type thing.
Yeah.
So it's like a fat kid that you just keep getting food and it wants more of the same food.
Yeah, it's guessing what you like for school lunch.
Like you give it ravioli, like just pile in some Chef Boyardee and just fucking keep
Or
doing
like-
it. That's all it knows.
Or like a really nice mom when, you say you like something and all of a sudden she gets you like every night of that food.
Yeah, it just totally goes overboard.
Or yeah, mom, I like yo-yos, and all of a sudden you're getting your yo-yo for Christmas for 10 years straight.
Like I thought you like yo-yos. Like, yeah, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's algorithm in a
was 6,
nutshell.
Mom.
Yeah.
I have my license now.
And now
I don't
I'm
like
married, I
yo-yos
have
anymore.
kids. And
Stop with the yo-yos.
But then you get the guilt trip. Wait, you don't like yo-yos anymore?
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me? I don't want to hurt your feelings.
goes round and round. Is that how the algorithm is? That you can't hurt its feelings?
Yeah, it has no feelings.
Yeah.
That's what we have to learn. Like it does not have feelings. It's like fish. People say fish don't have feelings. So yeah, when you get the hook in, just rip her right out. They don't cry or scream.
I will say, though, there are times when the algorithm, whatever it is, whoever it is, does get it right in spurts.
Yeah, but how'd you know algorithm?
Yeah, like when you watch a video of one monkey jacking off, not like at least every other video of a monkey jacking off or running across the screen with a fucking boner.
Yeah. How did you want to know? I want to see more monkey wieners.
I was just sending this one video to my buddies. Like I just wanted this one video. Now we got all of them.
You're scared to open your phone anywhere because you know it's coming.
Well, you can tell a lot about your friend group is like the reels you send each other.
Very true.
It used to be memes. Like I mean, people still send memes. Don't get me wrong, but now it's sending fucked up reels. Like every dude has like their group of their delinquent friends.
Live action memes.
Yeah, they're sending the most like crude reels that like it's like a bad smell. It's like, hey, you gotta smell this, but it's like,
You got to go back.
But now it's like I found this fucked up video of like a monkey jacking off a dog, like humping something random and fucking shooting its goo all over it. It's like, you know what? Now you have to watch
Your
it.
roommate's pillow or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just fucked up your algorithm.
Well, I feel like
you're welcome.
That's dude code 101. If I sat through and watched this,
Somebody else has to.
sit through this.
But the thing is, when you send me those videos, chances are I'm going to open it up right next to, like, either at work or right next to my wife. Like, oh, what's that? Oh, nothing. I think I guess done something wrong or whatever.
It's like the
Wrong
videos
person.
where it's like they show something going on and they try to get you like real, like, oh my gosh, watch to the end of this video and it looks like it's going to be like a car crash, and then all of a sudden it like cuts to something else and it's like some lady moaning, like
Yeah,
super
it always
loud.
says that when it's like you're looking, it goes like,
Or the two guys kissing.
those are fucking funny too. Like, it's just that quick clip of the two guys kissing.
Yeah, it's like I'm not even mad.
But yeah, you got me. That's like icing over the phone.
Yeah.
Like icing, like smearing off ices. That's what.
That's when the algorithm is still wrong, but it's funny.
Yeah.
It's just
I guess there is a good side to it.
yeah. But no, I totally agree with like it gets out of hand real quick.
But why can't it recognize that I don't need a fucking second, third, fourth, fifth video of a fucking monkey beating it?
Yeah.
Or sticking its fucking wiener in a frog's mouth or
But
something.
the bigger question we need to ask is, who is filming that and uploading it?
The video,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Discovery
some
Channel.
of them
Yeah.
are pretty. Yeah, some of them are pretty sketchy. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I guess I've never seen this shit at the zoo or wherever people are seeing this stuff.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like the stuff you see on like World Star, where it's like everything's going on and everybody has their phone and nobody's jumping in to help or nobody's doing anything, but you have like 20 people catching something going on. That's kind of all the stuff that turns into that.
That's the day and age we're at, though. Like, if something's happening in real life, people care more about that, getting that on social media, than actually saving the person or saving whatever needs saving.
Sure.
Well, actually, speaking of that, besides every other video being a monkey beating off, the other ones I have are people dying. It's because of videos my friend sent me. But I've seen videos of people like getting electrocuted or something, and someone can like easily help them, like get like a stick or something and fucking poke them or something. Instead, they just have their phone out and they're just
like,
watching.
oh my
get
God,
fired.
no.
Yeah, like I just saw one of someone.
help.
Yeah, I just saw one of someone caught in an escalator, but I kept watching the video because I wanted to see like how bad is this.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see the escalator because so many people were around it. Jeez. But the majority of the people around it were filming that. Could you imagine being stuck in that situation? Like, even the wild animals where you've seen the videos of an alligator like it's latched onto someone, or a big snake. But then you're looking up for help, but nope, you got all the phones in your face like this.
Everybody's
instead of a
screaming,
hand, like, or a gun trying to shoot whatever.
Do you think the same thing works with alligators as it does for dogs? And I learned this from one of those fucked up reels, that to get a dog, when it latches on someone and
I think I
bites.
know where you're going to go with this.
Do you know how to get the dog off?
Grab it by the balls.
No, you fucking rub its ass. I watch videos like people go up and like, remember that South Park episode way back of, was that Steve Irwin?
Yeah.
Like, just jam my thumb up its ass. Like, people are literally like doing that to dogs, like to get them in. It works. Like, I've seen in the reels.
You've seen that at
but I
work?
don't need to see like 5 fucking videos in a row of it.
You got some big Rottweiler just tearing after your arm, and you're trying to shimmy around. And stick your thumb
But
in
it
his
bites
butt.
you. But I'm just, can you imagine someone on the side is like filming? I'm like, quick, jam your thumb up its ass. Like, what? And they're like, what?
They're like, no.
But now when you're ever in a situation where someone's getting bit and the dog won't let go, because you watch that reel, you're going to know what to do.
Yeah,
And then I'm going to be a hero.
you're going to yell for him, be like, all you got to do is stick your thumb in his
They're
ass.
like, no, you do it.
But they're like, you do it. Be like, well, I'm filming.
What if the first time that happened, if it was like a prank? Like, if you rub its ass, it'll let go, and they're like, yeah, right, this won't work. And then the person does it and it works.
The dog goes from like growling to moaning, but still doesn't let go.
Grabs on tighter.
Remember
Starts
that?
humping.
Remember that episode of South Park where Stan had the gay dog?
Is that where they jack it off?
No, that's what I think Big Gay Al comes in.
Oh, maybe. And rubs its ass. That's where they learned it from.
But I would not be the person to test if that works on an alligator or not. If you're getting fucking bit by an alligator and slatched on, I'm like,
There's probably a reason.
You're done.
There's probably a reason why.
And you're done.
Yeah.
You're on your own.
Yeah, you got to see that one through.
You got to go against this animal that hasn't evolved in 8 million years, and good luck.
You let it get that close and latch on, yeah.
There's other videos I've seen too where like they're at a zoo and a tiger has like the person pulled into the like their arm through the.
Oh, and it's just fucking just ripping it up. And
Yeah. I just.
videos I get my algorithm got messed up for a little while watching reels. Was people approaching buffalo.
Oh, I just saw one.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Like the thing is not. Yeah, those things like buffalo. I forgot how much they weigh. We really need our fact checker, but it's like
look like 10 tons.
But people think they're like these big teddy bears. No, they have fucking horns.
If I see buffalo like in the wild, or a lot of these are with the people getting out of their cars, correct?
Yeah, in like the parks or whatever.
Yeah, if someone in my vehicle goes, hey, let's go out and take pictures with that, but I'm good right here. I'm good.
We'll wait till we get back to the beginning where they have the statue.
Yeah.
I mean, would you do that with a bear or a gorilla?
Yeah.
No. Why would you do it with a fucking buffalo?
Yeah.
I just saw a video where the buffalo took out that lady when everyone was out there. There's like a herd of it, and the lady got out and she was trying to take pictures as close as possible, and it bucked her. But I want to say the horn somehow got hooked on her. I don't know if it like impaled her, but then all of a sudden it like ripped her pants off and stuff like that.
I've seen those.
And all you can hear the people are like, "Oh, it took her pants off."
Not almost dying.
But no, she was like unconscious, so you don't know if she died or not. I have no idea.
It's not like we should go help her. It's like, man, did you see him rip them pants?
Yeah, whoa.
Those mom jeans are gone, man.
Buffalo 1, mom jeans 0.
And now she has those cool holes in the jeans.
That's probably where they got the idea.
But we're living in Darwinism with that.
Yeah.
Now let it go. Like let these people just go in there. I look at buffalo. There's nothing about them that look nice.
No, not at all.
Well, the crazy part is, like you said, let them go. Like go through Darwinism, whatever, kind of just let it ride. When there's people like in line, there'll be like cars in line, and the one lady gets out or the guy will get out. Like you don't hear too many people being like, "Get back in your car."
Yeah, no. Instead, everyone is
everybody just filming.
Since we're on the topic of buffalo, and we talked about monkey wieners and stuff, buffalo wieners. What's up with them?
What's up? They're up a ways.
Yeah, they're like way up in there, like where their belly button should be. Like, you ever see one?
Is that where they are? I don't know.
Yeah, they're like way up on their tummies.
You keep talking. I'm gonna Google. I'm not gonna Google buffalo wiener, but I'm gonna Google.
Do you think that's more
buffalo.
evolution or they're devolving that gets the wiener up there?
If I can type it.
Imagine if humans. That's like getting your wiener like growing right below your nipples.
In between your pecs.
Yeah, it is.
Make it awkward.
I'm getting all these water buffalo. What the hell?
Maybe that's what. Did you type in wiener buffalo?
Maybe if I try bison.
But maybe that's what people are trying to get up close to take a picture of their wieners on their tummies.
And some guy like. You can't see it good in here, but here's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. See where the wiener is?
It's Photoshop. There's like a shadow from a tree.
And then it's got a nice fucking mullet on that bad boy too.
Yeah, it's a fine beast.
My algorithm is gonna be all hair.
You work so long.
Buffalo.
You work so long to try to get your phone to follow like what you're into, what you follow, like whatever. And
it takes one smart ass
video.
That's the one that the deep spiral of fucking. Your phone's probably listening to as you're scrolling through, and as soon as you do it knows like what you're into. Yeah,
it probably knows like based on time,
face recognition too. Like you see your eyes just kind of get big.
Well, that's a big thing too. Like it's tracking where your eyes are, right?
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah.
Oh, our younger brother was just telling us that the phones now know, like on average, when you're pooping. Because like you're
for guys, I can tell if you're a guy or a girl.
Like it knows that you're more intently looking at things, and they have figured out
and
that's like
scrolling.
Yeah, they can tell that's like during poop time.
Really?
So now your phone knows it's gonna learn like your poop cycle.
Do you think
your poop algorithm?
Yeah. Do you think it gives you more fucked up videos because it knows you're by yourself?
Imagine that you're just on your phone texting someone, and then all of a sudden a notification comes, like that top banner. Is that what that's called? Right? That
Poop time?
Yeah, that says you're about to poop. You're about to poop, and then it starts a clock, a timer that's counting
Do
down.
you know how Netflix is like, you still watching? Like
still
it pops up,
pooping.
yeah, but you still pooping.
Because we got a few more ads during on your way.
You get all the Charmin
Yeah, I was just
ads.
gonna say some toilet paper ads.
Preparation age for your hemorrhoids or whatever. Yeah, that's what you'll start getting. You'll start getting, algorithm advertisements when you're in the camp.
Obviously,
Or new
that
underwear
data,
ads.
that data is being pulled and it has to be kept somewhere.
sure, yeah.
So someone
Yeah,
like the
nothing-
government has to like have a study like, hey, when do most people poop?
That's probably they have these big server farms. That like, what if?
One's just for pooping time.
Oh no, like it's a big brown building. It's a big long
One for
brown-
mining Bitcoin and one for algorithming your poop.
Yeah, the poop talk. But what if each of us have? I'm trying to think like a movie that has it. Like you have like your tower of servers, but that's each individual.
It's like a phone operator. The old ones are they're pulling the
Switchboard
things,
operator.
The switch, that's what I was looking for. Switchboard operator. You got a guy behind there's like, oh, poop time, like plugging you into there.
They could make a movie like that. Like that's the algorithms controlling you, but it's like that movie. What's with all the feelings that in that person's head?
Not Flush Away. That's the wrong one. I'm talking about poop, but Inside Out. No, not
Yeah, it's Inside Out, isn't it? Do you remember that animated movie?
Is that where all the different emotions are?
Yeah.
All in yeah. I think
But they're
That's
actually
all-
a very clever.
It
movie.
is.
Yeah.
But they should make an algorithm one where that switchboard operator is like, all right, now you're going to give them someone dying. Now you're going to give them.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah.
it changes just that fast.
Yeah.
But it's like, it first separates it based on like poop time and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, you got poop time. Okay, here's the 3 categories: people dying, monkey dicks, and
All right. Yep. He's sitting next to his wife.
Popsicles.
Yeah. He's sitting next to his wife now. Give him a moaning one.
That's if it's his buddy out doing the switchboard.
Yeah. Taps his buddy in, screw everything up. Yeah, it can go wrong real quick. All that work you get into it to just get it to where you think, all right.
But they should.
all the
And
stuff.
I got a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
With your algorithm, especially with guys, you know how there's like Tinder and stuff now, you're trying to find like a compatible significant other. They should do based on your algorithm, they should say, we recommend these friend groups for you. And then you get to
Okay.
meet up with all these random other dudes that have the same algorithm.
And you get like a random video, like they send the whole group then.
Yeah, like
It's like a test one?
Yeah,
No,
you
yeah.
get like signed up, for free. It's like a free trial.
You get
like
a
a test
profile,
reel.
yeah. I like, but only other people that are into the same things. Did you like what type of videos do you like? Monkey dicks? Like,
Yeah, it's like take this survey
Put
real
these
quick.
in order.
yeah.
1, 2, 3.
no, between these 3, which one would you want to see 10 of?
They just throw in a bison wiener one in there just to see if they get you to bite.
Or
Buffalo wiener.
what they could do is they do a reality TV show, but they wait till the end to tell them why they're in certain groups on the reality TV show. Like, hey, we base this strictly on your algorithm. Like, that's why you're with these guys here, or something like that.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, it's like Survivor.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think that's a good idea. Or you say, whose algorithm is this? Like you're talking like blind date, and then they uncover the person. Like there's the 3 people, and it's like you got these 2 really fucked up looking dudes that look like they be into all this fucked up stuff,
like child porn.
It's just like-
and then you have the 3rd guy that's like completely normal. It's like, okay, here's the videos he watched.
You're like in a room and you're forced to open your phone and scroll for like 20 seconds. Whose was this?
And then it's the normal looking dude that's into like the bison dicks and the people dying and monkeys jacking off.
That is actually a good game show idea. Yeah.
And then you got the guys that look all fucked up, like they'd be into some weird ass like child whatever fucking stuff. But
How to rebuild a rocking chair.
yeah, they're into that, like or how to do your taxes, just boring ass shit.
Yeah.
How to file your LLC. Yeah. Upside down stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the algorithm. Yeah, she can be a little bit of a bitch, man.
But one thing I do not want in my fucking algorithm that I am so sick of seeing just everywhere
It's Caitlin Clark.
yes, well, yeah, there is that, but it's almost in relation to people dancing. Just stop. I do not need to see
What
another
kind of dancing? Period.
Just yeah,
Like-
every commercial, everything is fucking dancing. I hate it. I hate seeing dancing so much now.
That's the
It's-
trending aspect of algorithm.
I hate it. Like I want stuff to be edgy again. Everything is just like dancing and just feel good. Nothing is fucking edgy anymore.
Your algorithm knows you hate it. That's why it pulls more in.
Or his phone, and then it's gonna be like, can we recommend this medication?
It's like it gives you the option. It's like not interested. You press it, and it's like ding ding. It hits you with 2 more right away.
Or his phone's listening to him, and it's
like
always
Monday.
like, oh, he's talking about dancing again. Like,
Yeah, now
he
I
must
just
really
messed
like
up.
it.
Thought he didn't like it.
I'm gonna have to go soak my phone in water and put it in the oven for 8 hours.
Just boil out the dancing.
But you know what I'm saying? Like the dancing is just, it's done. Just stop with dancing stuff. I feel like people resort to that as like their safe zone for their commercials and marketing and
Well, that is what it all has turned into.
Yeah,
But that's what
and a lot of it's corny dancing.
that's what I'm talking about. It's like
yeah.
over the top happy.
Yeah, it's not
and
like synchronized, like, oh, this is cool, or like some cool break dancing. It's like some corny,
But
middle-aged white guy.
and it's like that stupid. No, yeah, it's like the stupid. What's that? The one, the flossing.
yeah, it's like
Is that stupid shit? Like
Whatever,
everyone just
yeah.
breaks
It's like-
into that, and it's over the top shit.
It's like what spawned from the flossing dance.
yeah, just like it's like a bunch of mindless people. It's like all these marketing teams and stuff. They just got so fucking.
But that's what I was
lazy.
about to bring up is a lot of these big companies, their marketing team is they're only focusing on what's trending. Like on social media, that doesn't mean that's what your physical product has to trend with.
Sure.
You run, I'm trying to think of an example. Let's just use beer for an example. People are going to drink beer regardless. Like you have your target audience. You don't need to reinvent the wheel with a dancing video to get your beer drinkers to drink more beer.
Or
does
get
that make
into
sense?
Or get into a whole new target audience. It's like-
Demographic,
yeah,
yeah.
a whole new demographic.
Well,
It's
I
like,
think
you have yours.
case in point, Bud Light. You had your target audience and you went against it in a way. And I mean, you can be who you want to be, like, trans, do whatever. But as a company, it's a written rule. You have to know your target audience.
Well, what happened to Chevy? Remember Chevy? It was like, like a rock. Like, be a fucking man, buy a truck. Like, you're a fucking man.
But that's the thing is now we're in this day and age where people view it's not okay to be like a man. And I'm sorry I'm going on that tangent, but like it's okay to have a truck that you want to sell it being manly.
But now
women can go buy that still. Like nothing is saying you're a woman, you can't buy this truck. Yeah. It's okay to advertise it as a manly vehicle.
But now it's like, and I've seen the new Chevy commercials. It's people dancing in the fucking car.
They're singing,
They're dancing. What happened to like being on a ranch? Like, I'm gonna go wrangle a buffalo. Like,
Yeah,
be a
take
man,
pictures
be
with
a
this
man,
buffalo.
wrangle a buffalo. Like, do it. Like,
But
buy the fucking truck and you can go wrangle buffaloes. Like,
But the singing and the dancing, that your target audience is a family. A family falls in line with a minivan. You don't need to sell a pickup to a family. Like the dad or whoever wants to buy that truck, even the mom, they will decide we want a truck. A commercial is not going to tell us otherwise. So they will buy that truck for their family.
and if you want to go, get drunk off Bud Light and go wrangle a buffalo, do it. But what happened to those commercials? It would just say at the bottom, like, do not attempt. But you see those commercials, like someone going wrangling a buffalo. It's like, yeah, I'm going to buy that beer.
Or they put it so
It's
small
funny.
too, and they like flip it on there because they legally have
But
to.
I think the commercial's funny. I'm not tempted to go wrangle a buffalo, but you know what? I'm going to drink that beer because that was a funny ass commercial.
you drink enough of the beers, you will.
See, that's doing.
Get me out to Wyoming.
See, that's when big marketing teams, when they nail social media correctly, and then it's like, all right, you piqued my interest. You did something funny.
Well, you know who really nailed that in that whole era? Marlboro.
Yeah, cowboy.
Marlboro was like they nailed it. Like back then, like they nailed the whole like you say, like the commercials or the marketing or whatever. Like they were. It was and very like there was like no words. It was just like.
They showed
10,
a
15
badass
seconds,
guy.
yeah. A guy in there with like a lasso on his, like a lasso or whip, whatever, on his hip or whatever. Somebody riding it with the cowboy hat, and that was it. And they were like, "I want to be like that guy. Or I want to do that." Now everything is there's so much extra that goes into
smoke
it now.
for 40 years, and now
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
right.
Now we get those commercials.
Yeah, we know we do it. Yeah, we know that's gonna happen, but it's not gonna stop all these fucking dudes from smoking. And
We can thank them for getting those annoying PSA commercials now. Thanks, Marlboro.
just imagine in 20 years from all the vaping, what those commercials are.
Well,
gonna
they
be.
won't make it that long.
Well, they're gonna come up. They're gonna have to get like their lungs removed or something. And then
No, it's just
It'll
gonna
all be
show.
AI.
Yeah.
I made for 2 years. Horrible.
yeah, but you know what? They did it to themselves.
Don't vape.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of this new marketing, I think it kind of starts to cross the line of laziness. Like they want to do
rely-
something that they think is trendy because they cut the corners on doing their research.
because they rely on the
They
algorithm.
rely on the algorithm and they rely on what's trending.
They want to be the first. They want to they want to be one of the ones that like knock the door down, if you will, or like, break through the wall.
No, but a lot of it is they want to go viral. That they're more focused on going viral
And they
than
view,
actually
like-
advertising.
Yeah.
And there's one big thing. They feel like if they don't do what's trending, they'll get left behind.
Well, where did it start though? Because one person bucked the system, if you will, or went
Yep.
a little bit different way, and it probably got some sort of traction. So then everybody
has to like
floods
flock
that.
towards it.
But
Like,
yeah,
it worked for them,
Yeah.
so it's got to work for us. Even though they do cigarettes and we're a truck company. Like
That's
well,
it.
what the hell? Like it doesn't line up. It's not apples to apples.
Yep. So that's exactly what's going on. But
If you want to have someone for your beer campaign that isn't part of your demographic, go for it. Go for it and bomb yourself for $10 million.
Well, like you
$10
said,
billion.
Chevy used to be like a rock. Now it's for Viagra.
Yeah.
Like instead of Chevy like a rock, they kind of go that route with like Cialis or Viagra now. Like
so
help.
on that note, I got to go to the bathroom. Got to go catch up on some reels real quick. So we'll take a break. We'll take
watch some monkeys beat off.
we'll take a break right there. And we're back from our break. Did you guys get that reel I sent you guys?
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah.
for fucking my algorithm up.
Yeah.
Have to put some time back into that to get it on track.
Yeah.
Fix your algorithm.
I'm gonna have to go
Yeah.
search like golden retrievers or something.
Butterflies and rainbows to get that thing back on track.
Now with algorithm, when someone says the word algorithm, what do you picture in your head? Like, what is your mental picture?
I would have to say like you've seen Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah.
No.
You never
Well, did you ever read it?
No.
Well, the Eye of Sauron. I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah,
It's like this all seeing like evil eye.
Okay.
and it just oversees. It knows everything going on.
Like
type
the
thing.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one
I
too.
guess it's
Gotcha, okay.
It's just a
I got you.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of view both of those combined, but sometimes every now and then, what comes up in my brain is Jabba the Hutt.
I'm actually thinking more like I'm Jabba the Hutt. Like when I'm on the shitter taking a shit, and I'm like seeing funny reels like oh. That's what the algorithm sees and hears for me when I'm watching those.
I don't know, like he controlled everything, didn't he? Like,
And then my dick is Salacious Crumb. Just a little fucking thing with a patch of fur.
Once you drop in the toilet, it's Jabba the Hutt.
No, those are the Ewoks. The Jawas.
yeah. And now we got all the Star Wars nerds watching.
That's my cat, the sand people. You know the Jawas. The cat shit is. But no, I view it as like the Eye of Sauron. Like it's just like the seeing just shit. And isn't it like, and I don't know, like I'm not that big of a nerd into Lord of the Rings.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, keep telling us. Name like 3 things. But doesn't it like control too? Like it's making everything evil as well.
I think so.
Or am I just maybe that's
Converts
how I
everything
interpret
to
it.
evil?
Yeah, that's
Or-
what I'm
oh,
looking
okay.
for.
All right.
Yeah. Like giant spiders, you know.
Yeah, it has like its minions in a way.
Yeah, the orcs, right?
Yeah.
The orcs are the equivalent to all the dancing videos.
So you're talking like who, like kind of like who's in control of the algorithm, or
it's an evil wizard is.
No, that is the algorithm. Because the algorithm, like we live in a day and age right now.
Yeah.
That the algorithm controls everything.
Sure.
We are to that point. Like it controls this whole more younger population, but people our age and stuff, they're glued to their phones and they now trust anything that like their algorithm is feeding them.
Okay. Well, if I trust what the algorithm feeding me, the Jews are in charge.
Whoa, man.
Hey, your algorithm might have took a left turn somewhere. A little down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But is it telling you that?
It's insinuating that.
It got past the fact checkers. So.
Yeah. So.
You know what's fucked up though? Like we are to the point where people's lives are altered because of the algorithm.
Yeah. People buy in. I mean,
some people pick up like in a good way too. They pick up new hobbies, because of their algorithm.
Now I know monkeys beat off, so
now you're gonna go to the zoo more. See, like now it's giving back,
and I might become like a zookeeper. So I
bet
don't
you
know,
didn't.
like maybe part time, like help out the animals. And
you didn't realize how much they did, but you knew they did.
Well, I don't think it's the same video of the same.
See, now this is where a zoo can like really give in to their social media team and advertising team. They should combine and be like, are you sick of watching these videos on your phone and it shows like all these reels of monkeys beating off? And like, you can come down to the zoo and watch this in person.
Come see it live in action.
And it's just all these like montages,
like live action beating.
Yeah, and then it's got Michael Jackson. No, is that the Beat It?
Michael Jackson, yeah.
See, we just became a marketing team. Easy. See, this whole social media thing is easy.
And while you're there, buy a Bud Light for $3.99.
Yeah.
Well, the algorithm is really strong. I mean, it has.
It's stronger than we actually think it is.
Oh yeah, and it can really have a lot of control or power over people. Influence, I should say.
I still don't understand like how it works or how someone programs something like that when I can barely do a formula in Excel.
Yeah, you're like struggling for your life in Excel trying to get things.
I nail like the average or the sum. It's like, yeah, we did it. Got it. And then all of a sudden there's someone that's really controlling the world.
Well, a lot of it is AI powered now, right?
Oh, yeah.
But still, like that's getting powered from something.
Well, side note, you could just go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT how to program.
What's powers ChatGPT? What the
that's
fuck?
really not. ChatGPT is an algorithm. It's more of an information base, right? Like it will not. Well, actually, you know what? Once you open it up and you ask it one question, it does insinuate or it does suggest other things. So, wow, ChatGPT might be an algorithm too. So,
no, it definitely is.
Yeah.
But how does someone come up with that shit?
Yeah.
But it had to get invented somewhere. Like someone broke through like a supercomputer and this is it. This is where we are now.
Some housewife.
Yeah.
Trying to get her husband to do
they know everything. Yeah, they know everything. So
they're all knowing. Yeah. They want their husband to like do some yard work or something like that, or go outside and shovel or whatever. So they built in. That's where the algorithm started.
It probably started with people like shooting their own TV commercials and like putting a VHS in and like faking like it's a recording of the game and like, oh, do you like this? And the dad's like, huh? They're like, oh, we got him. And then they're like, well, how can we use this to our advantage? And then it just got more and more powerful. But now it's so fucking powerful. Like, what is the future of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how much further can they take this?
Yeah.
Probably like putting chips in our brain and stuff, and then literally controlling our actions, like our physical actions and thoughts.
Well, it's watching your eyes.
Yeah.
And we're to the point where the next step is like Minority Report.
Okay.
I don't remember a lot of that movie, but I remember the premise of it.
But I just kind of remember the premise too, that it knew what crime you were going to do before you did the crime so they could arrest you for it. And like, I think it scanned your eyes too to like confirm your identity.
Well, and something with like a phone, maybe not. Well, I don't know how they say the smart TVs watch you too and can whatever. There's the whole big thing on that, how they spy on you too. But even like with your phone, in order to break your algorithm, couldn't you just like put like a piece of tape over the camera so it couldn't watch you?
Well, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
But there was that other episode.
But do you think some of it is the screen as well, as opposed to just the camera? What if the screen is actually watching you too?
Oh,
you
it
think it's
has
just the
to be.
camera?
Well, there's so much inside our phones, so much algorithm in our phones that we don't know what it's doing.
Sure. Because you can get those phone cases with the little thing you slide over that covers the camera,
Wait,
the
for real?
front-facing camera. Yeah.
Like a little barn door.
Yeah, that's what it
But
looks
then
like.
you have the people that like when you do get one of those to protect yourself, you're like, oh, conspiracy theory, like
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's always the people that have an opinion about it, but their algorithm must be
obviously
pretty screwed up.
I was gonna say, well, obviously they don't have really fucked up ones. They don't have monkeys beating off.
But it's like, what are you hiding if you're so concerned about, like, with all this conspiracy theories? Like, they're coming for us. Okay, what do you have
Yeah,
that you
own an
shouldn't
iPhone
have?
anyway.
That you shouldn't have.
The FBI, if they ever take my phone, they're like, what is this, like a 6-year-old boy? Like, because he's like watching videos of monkeys beating off and
They're
like
not gonna throw you
golden
in-
retrievers and like, what is this?
They aren't going to throw you in jail. They're going to go dissect your brain to figure out what the hell made a fire that way.
His brain is not fully developed. It's probably can see my phone can probably see into my eyes and like think that it scans my brain is like, yeah, it's not fully developed.
What if they figure out a point where it's gonna get to the point where it knows different types of people's eye pattern movements, like a serial killer versus a normal person versus like a pedophile
Versus a priest.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like what they're all. But what if they all find out it's like in common? They're all watching the same video.
Well, they're gonna get results they don't like.
Yeah, well, that's probably already part of it but then they have to prove that those are inconclusive or like, well, we should stop here.
What about like blind people though? Do you think they get like audio of these videos? Like the
They got
reels,
the
like
screwed up
you think there's-
algorithm.
Yeah,
They take their glasses off and it's just
yeah.
whatever.
They beat the
fluttering.
system. It's like Bird Box.
Yeah, they're like reading it. They get these random things in the mail of Braille. It's just
Braille reels that just keep scrolling. They got to keep up with the scroll.
Oh, now that I think about it, like they don't really get to enjoy the internet.
Do you think
They
blind
just
people,
I
like
guess
when
just
they
the audio of it?
when blind people read, do they skim? You know how like if you don't want to read something, you like skim through it.
Kind of proofread or skim through it.
Yeah,
or
like
just
skim through it. Like,
whatever,
all right,
yeah.
where's the good information? Like they use all their fingers and try to find where all the good info
They rub
is.
it on their stomach.
They just use the palms.
Do you think, speaking of like that, do you think monkeys can read like 4 things at once?
4 brailles at once.
Yeah.
Monkeys?
No, it'd be only
they
be
do
3.
one?
It would only be 3 because they need one of the hands for something else.
Only if they're getting videoed.
Only if they're on your algorithm.
Oh, but like the future and all that shit. I know you watch Westworld. Troy, have you watched Westworld before?
I don't watch a lot of TV and or movies.
I used to, but now I don't. Westworld is one of the TV shows I watched, and that was actually really good. It was scary. Is this how
This could
society-
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did it is based on the algorithm that they could predict the future because of everything that happened in the past. They took like the data and figured out the algorithm for it, and they pretty much shifted into that. They know how the future is gonna.
Like what's the end of the world type thing.
What was it? What was the setting? Like, well, I mean, what was like?
It was in the future.
I mean, it was just, and each episode was like different or something like that. About
No, it's not like Black Mirror. If that's what you're.
okay,
I don't know. You have to watch it. It's one of the writers and producers is Jonathan Nolan, as you know, Christopher Nolan's brother.
So you already know it's gonna fuck your head up.
Yeah, and there's like multiple twists going on.
But
in the
it's
whole thing.
there's that old movie from the 70s, Westworld, and it's based off
that
that.
was Waterworld.
Waterworld. Yeah, that movie's forever stuck in the past. There's no future about that movie.
Smokers. Speaking of smoking and the smokers in there.
But it's like a theme park, the
Okay.
Wild West theme park, and they're called hosts. They're like the robots, but you interact with them. But it's like they're human. You can't tell that they're robot.
Okay,
So like you get to gameplay the whole time. It's like live action Red Dead Redemption.
You know, the rich get to go into the world and
Oh yeah, it's like rich people paying for it or playing or paying for it. Yeah, they're paying to play.
Okay.
But then they take it in the show, they take it like further, like it gets out of the park and all that. Like the hosts are living in the real world, the robots are, and you don't know who's a robot kind of thing.
Okay.
So the algorithm is living in the real world.
So what you're saying is we're on track for Terminator to happen.
Isn't that even scarier? Like that, we're getting closer to that.
Yeah. You see the video that they released? I think it's over in either China or Japan or whatever they're working. There's like a robot setup.
Oh yeah,
and the thing goes crazy,
and it like
just
attacks the guy.
Yeah, it like attacks the guy, and they had to like run it. One of the guys had to. I'm assuming what it looked like in the short video was like he had to like scurry. It was like focused on one of the guys, and the other guy like ran around the back and either unplugged it or did something to kill the power to it. But it was I think it was hung up by like the back of its neck or like the top of its head or something. It was connected to some sort of bracket or whatever.
Now, what if that was made as a distraction?
Yeah.
Like that's not really happening, but they're doing something else. It's like a magic trick.
Keep people paranoid.
Yeah, like, okay, we got them looking at this,
Yeah.
but we're gonna go over here and do this while no one's watching.
Yeah.
I think it's like magicians. Like, well, got some over here.
Sleight of hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you
there's
know
a potato hiding in your pocket.
But you know what's
Yeah.
going to end up happening is you're going to have these robots, and then you're going to get the algorithm of someone's fucked up videos, like monkeys and stuff. And these robots are going to go around and fucking rip people's dicks off. And
Yeah.
stuff. Wow. And it'll be like Terminator, be like, oh, just fucking pull your wiener right off.
Just waking up to
The future looks bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the right track.
Let's do the Westworld thing where we go back in the Wild West, not the future where it's robots ripping dicks off and monkeys beating off. And
Well, we're gonna get it to the point where robots are doing like
The robots
the
will
bad
be-
shit for us.
they're gonna come in dancing and just rip their dicks off.
Yeah, it's got you got you distracted. Like 10 of them dancing in front, one's gonna come up behind you and
No, they all got like dicks in their hands, like just waving them like in a unison dance, just choreographed dance. It was a fucking parade of dick waving robots.
Oh, jeez. Man. Yeah.
Welcome to the future.
This is what you wanted, right? Yeah.
it's not a movie anymore.
No.
It's all because of your goddamn algorithm. You just had to watch that one video.
Yeah.
No, do you think there's a supercomputer that actually controls the algorithm, or do you think everyone, big company, who even runs the algorithm? I don't even know where I'm going with this.
Didn't you say Jabba the Hutt?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, you have Instagram's algorithm.
Sure.
Instagram solely controls that, or do they pay like an algorithm to take it over? I know that's a weird question to wrap your head around, but like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Like, is it just programming like a casino? You program all the slot machines. Is it like that?
That'll hit so many times
Yeah.
or whatever, yeah.
I don't know. I don't
know.
don't smoke weed, but I might start so I can open up my brain and
Now an algorithm ad's gonna come in. Do you need?
Well, I don't think
THC.
it's hit or miss. Like, I mean, the algorithm doesn't seem like it ever misses. It doesn't seem like it's sporadic where it'll change. Like once you get into something that's total, and it seems like when it's something that's like way off course, like it's something totally random than what you're used to scrolling. If you're used to scrolling
But yeah,
sports
it's
stuff or
barely
this
off.
or that, and then one of your friends sends you a beaten off monkey or something like that, and it's just like, all right, let's flood this thing and see what traction we can get on it from that.
But the scary part is like it knows everything, because there's times where I think I don't say it out loud, but it's like, oh, you know what? I need more dish soap at home, and all of a sudden I'll just be getting ads for dish soap. It's like, why? I didn't say anything.
Oh,
How does it know?
So the scariest example I have with that is I have like the finished area of like my basement, and then I have an unfinished area. And the unfinished area is like a big storage. I just junk a bunch of boxes and stuff in there. But one year I got a solo stove, and I got it during winter. So
Are those like one of those
Solo
smokeless
cups?
ones? Or what?
no, what?
Is that like a solo cup? You say
No,
solo?
it's a solo stove. Yeah, it's just a big red plastic.
You just grill solo cups on it.
But in the box is pretty big. But I had my phone in the other room, laying down, So it couldn't see. The only thing, if the camera was on, it was seeing down into the table or up into the ceiling. And I was down there alone. And I wasn't saying anything out loud. I never talked about Solo Stove with anyone. I went and I was moving the box. I came back to my phone like 10 minutes later. I'm scrolling through, I think it was Facebook at the time. There's all Solo Stove ads. How?
Dude, it has to know, like, it has to honestly scan what you saw.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of scared of. Like, how did it see in the past?
So if you don't want it to follow, you got to do like what they did in Minority Report and
Cut your eyes out,
cut your eyes out and put someone else in it.
When you
Put the cat's eyes in.
maybe when you were moving the box, you had your phone in your hand
No, it was in the other room.
the whole time,
Yes.
even when you brought it in from outside or from the store. How'd you get it home?
No, he's talking about that specific time when he was moving it. It was
time.
already in his basement.
It was already in my basement, and it was in there for days or weeks and weeks and weeks. And I was playing music on my phone in the other room.
Interesting.
And then right when that happened, I was like, "The fuck, man, this isn't right."
What would you rather have that or look around and see a monkey beating off in your basement?
I don't.
When
like,
did you get in here?
I think I would have been more impressed with the monkey. How'd you get in? What are you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
But that's so
you,
messed.
can
That's
you
so
please
messed up. Like, how does it know?
Yeah.
But what else is it doing to me that I'm not catching?
It knows when you poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It knows when you're pooping and I don't even know. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's like you shit your pants. You're like, oh, when did that happen? It's like you pooped 10 minutes ago.
That poop alarm went off 12 minutes ago. Sorry.
It's like a baby with a diaper. Just
Scan harder next time.
you're too busy watching algorithms like at your desk. Or
You know,
something.
all of a sudden this
you
little-
forgot to get up to
You
poop.
shit yourself.
Then all of a sudden this notification comes through. You're going to want to change your underwear now.
Why is that?
Oh, you're getting all these Hanes ads.
OxyClean ads.
Pet stain removal.
If you could put a face on who was doing it, like a face.
Fucking Zuckerberg.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Is he even human?
I don't know. That's when did all the algorithms stuff start?
Isn't it?
With
Well, the algorithms-
with Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, but the algorithm's
Which
always
one?
kind of been around. But I think a lot of it changed. What year was that? Was that 2023 or 22 where they let AI, they like released it to the general population or whatever the correct term is, how to say that.
Is that around? Well, yeah, or around maybe they did some beta stuff around COVID because everybody was on their phones because nobody was working.
Right. But they signed whatever, didn't they? Whatever law that AI could be on a consumer level or however that worked.
COVID was all fake. They just wanted to find out when everyone was pooping.
We need poop schedules now.
The mass algorithm, yeah.
So now they're
Lined
going to
up
change
everybody-
all the work
shit
hours
schedule.
around that.
Yeah. Make sure they're not working
Everybody
during this
works
time.
remote.
Yeah.
They spend more time on a shitter. Yeah.
They probably did find that out. Or less time because they don't get paid or
No,
something.
that's what's skewed there. During that, they're like, well, the stats say that people are pooping a lot more because everyone's on their phones regardless.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be like a South Park episode. What do we learn from this? People are pooping more. So they're doing everything they can to like help people from pooping, like changing the diets, but really it's just people on their phone more.
Yeah. Sketchy.
But yeah, the future is bright.
With some
da-
things.
Or
yeah.
dark. Depending on which way you look at it. Yeah.
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 It's shitty.
But I'm just glad it doesn't push. Like, I know the dancing is like trendy and all these social media teams, but stuff that I guess trends and all that where it's pushing it, I don't fall for it. Like, I don't want to be part of it.
Don't you play pickleball?
No, I have not given into that.
Ever?
No, I want to. I kind of want to, but
Well,
I
there
don't
you go,
want
see?
to. No, I'm different because,
Oh.
or we're different. I don't know if you guys agree, but I want to do pickleball, but I don't want to do it because everyone else is doing it because it's a trend.
Your phone is now going to say, "Hey, would you like to join this pickleball
here's a
group?"
pickleball paddle for $29.99.
Going to give you some ridiculous price deal where you can't pass it up. You'd be like, I had to buy it.
Yeah.
It was on sale.
But because it's flashed in front of you 1,000 fucking times, and
But-
it's like you finally just cave in and buy it.
Yeah.
But you guys, do the trendy things scare you away from it more?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Than
In
doing
a way,
something.
yeah.
Or would you rather give into it?
Yeah, I guess it all depends.
Yeah, I
what.
don't know. Yeah. That's a deep question.
Like if I have to see another ad for another like fucking Marvel movie or Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. But does that mean you'll never watch what's the Marvel ones? Captain America or
Yeah, like
Spider-Man?
that. Those aren't for me.
Spider-Man. Is Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spider-Dude.
they're in there. I think Spider-Man's that. I don't know.
That
I don't
doesn't
watch
mean,
them.
doesn't mean necessarily wouldn't watch one, but it wouldn't be maybe high in your priority.
But
That's
I don't
interesting
know.
to think about.
But they should do a study. Like, are we like a society more that gives into the trending? Probably, right?
Well, I think now it's probably just convenient. It's almost subconscious. You probably don't even realize you're doing it, but
That you gave into it.
well, yeah, like you just see it and you see it and you see it and you see it, and it's like, huh, maybe I'll try that.
Well, that's why people did with the dancing. It's
Yeah.
hypnotizing you.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what are some things that are annoying to you guys that were trendy before you started seeing it all over social media?
Probably like, I don't know. Remember when CrossFit was big?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
Because that was big before. Like, I get it. It came out like, what, maybe 10. It's always been around, but I
But
think-
it
I
was
feel like-
only, but yeah, it was. Well, yeah. Well, first of all, is it still around? Or people? I'm assuming some people are still doing it. But yeah, like it didn't seem like it had a super long reign, but it came in hot and heavy, and it was just like all of a sudden it seemed like one day everything was CrossFit.
I don't get the point of it.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Yeah, why not just go walk outside?
Yeah. No,
You don't need
like, I don't
to. You don't
get it.
need to flop around with a fucking weight.
You don't need to tie a weight to you and flop
Yeah.
around like a fish.
I mean, wasn't the military doing CrossFit way before it was CrossFit? They just put them like weighted backpacks on and go marching. And
Well,
go on, like, a
they
20
did
mile
like
march.
what's that called? The Tough Mudder. Like the
Yeah.
military already
Okay.
kind of did that.
But now
Sure.
people need the attention for it.
Yeah.
They need to trend. They need the little
Oh,
pat on the back.
So
like,
this goes hand in hand, and we'll get into this after the break that we're about to take. But trending and needing attention go hand in hand.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I would say yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. All right, now that we're back from our break, let's dive a little bit more into CrossFit.
Yeah, sorry guys, I got to go toss around, chairs and shit, stretch, CrossFit things.
Do you think it was just the birth of CrossFit was more just they wanted to do something trendy? Or what
Well-
they thought was trendy?
Yeah, I think they want to be the first to do something like, hey, you guys, we noticed that you lift weights. We do it like this though.
Yeah. Trying to just come up with a different way to do the same thing.
So just be different just to be different.
yeah.
No real purpose other than that.
I can't think of one.
Or needing attention.
Like what just having to
Yeah.
doing like just normal push-ups and sit-ups or normal bench press or curls or whatever the standard stuff is. Prison yard stuff, if you will.
I bet the people that started CrossFit, or I should say the people that started the new wave of CrossFit, were the people that had no friends at the gym because they were filming themselves all the time and annoyed everyone. So no one talked to them, but they thought everyone was being mean because they weren't talking to them. So they went and started CrossFit, the new wave.
That could be.
I can see that.
Yeah. Or somebody that couldn't do some of the other stuff, or maybe weight wise, whatever that some of the other people could do to keep up with. So they're like, well, I got a better way to do this or do
I can
that.
throw this weight around way
Yeah.
more than you
Yeah,
can. Way
you
more
might-
reps that you can do.
You might be able to bench press 600 pounds, but can you
you
throw this plate, up and down?
Yeah.
They'd be like, why? Why the fuck would I do that?
Yeah,
That serves no purpose.
Yeah, I don't see why. You just say that because you suck.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it went.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I'm gonna go start my own gym.
Yeah.
Where we stroke each other's egos and
Whatever else is hanging out.
yeah.
What is it? The first rule of CrossFit is
Tell everyone about it. Right? Is that actually what
Brag
it is,
as
right?
much as you can.
Talk about it as much as possible.
It's like the opposite of Fight Club.
Yeah.
Brag as much as you can because membership's down.
Because no one can handle it.
We're not talking about it enough. Keep talking.
Yeah, it's like the worst algorithm ever.
But yet somehow it worked.
Anti-algorithm. Yeah. They're the first not cooperating algorithm that got caught by the algorithm.
Yeah.
I'm all about like if you want to have a hobby and all that. But
Sure.
to me, the hobby should make sense in a way.
Do you remember when we filmed that CrossFit thing a long time ago? We weren't part of it. For the record, we were not part of it.
we did
did not do it.
Right.
Yeah. No, this guy was trying to. Yeah. This guy was trying to sell CrossFit equipment.
And so we got involved because we were running at the time. We were running a film business that we were filming stuff
On the side
for
to-
money.
yeah.
It was hard times. I mean, nowadays, like if someone's at CrossFit and asks us, we'll be like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah. Not worth the money.
But how much?
Hell no.
$20
What are we
is
talking?
$20.
Yeah. I remember he had. It was a cool concept.
Yeah.
Like he had this mobile gym. It
And
was a mobile.
we won't give.
I won't give names or anything like that, but it was a mobile gym.
Sure.
And you could put weights in there, and he had it where you could attach like the pull-up bar and things like that, right?
Okay.
But then he wanted to turn it into CrossFit, like that aspect of it. And one of us made the comment like, hey, you ever think about like actually like selling this to gyms, target that, or like the military? Like the military can take this and do like competitions with it. You know how like sometimes you're
recruitment, whatever
yeah,
you
like a
wanna do.
recruitment type thing. Like, you know, they show up at like county fairs or something like that.
If you can do this, you'd qualify or something
Yeah.
like
But
that.
no,
yeah.
Dad said on CrossFit,
And he like looked at us. He was, why would I do that?
but they were so dead on.
Fair
They
enough.
were so dead set on CrossFit,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they brought in this other guy that actually does CrossFit for him to kind of do a thing, and we were there to like film that part. Like, okay, we'll do a set, whatever they call them,
Sure.
for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever they do, the whole round that they go. We're like, okay, we're gonna start, and then we start filming it, and there's these two guys just doing CrossFit stuff, and I almost just want to say like, cut. When are you guys actually gonna start doing like real shit? Like, what is this? Like, what are you doing?
It would like look like a warm-up type thing.
Yeah.
But they were like flopping around, like doing pull-ups were like they look like a spaghetti noodle going up and down, and I'm like, that's really poor.
It's not a
technique.
pull-up.
Yeah.
It's not a pull-up. It's CrossFit. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm no gym trainer or anything like that. Like I don't use like the best techniques, but I know what should work and what doesn't work
Are you
type
sure
thing.
you're not? You look like you got some pretty good.
I'm
technique
good.
there, yeah.
No, it's all protein.
Yeah, it's all protein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
natural protein.
Cheater.
But for real, the part of it that I'm like, yeah, CrossFit, like that part of it, it just absolutely sucks. But the only reason it existed because it fucking trended.
Sure.
That's exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like one of those things, it's an escape for people that they feel like they belong to something because, well, CrossFit, they didn't want to handle what you were supposed to be doing in the gym type thing. So they went and they feel like they're better there. But I think CrossFit was probably designed originally for something else and they turn it into that. Where like they incorrectly like do lifts and it's more of like this outcast world of people that don't want to take lifting seriously.
It was probably supposed to be more like Taibo or something, like getting your cardio in, like fitness, like crossfitting,
But now they have to
Cardio
make
and-
special shoes for CrossFit and this and that. It's like, what's wrong with normal like tennis shoes?
Yeah, you can't throw
Why
some
wouldn't those
running
work for?
shoes on,
Yeah.
What happened to those old cotton? What is it like the double XL shorts or what was that like Everlast? That's whatever
yeah.
happened to that stuff? Whatever happened to that brand?
But like now you need a special polyester shirt to CrossFit.
Well, it's like biking, like not motorcycle biking, like biking, like
Bicycling.
bicycling.
mountain biking, whatever. Yeah.
Is there some sort of code for that you need pretty much a singlet?
Yeah.
You need to wear a singlet.
even the bicycling, those fat tires, that's a trend.
Yeah.
But there's people that use them for real. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they're doing sweet shit like Red Bull type stuff. Like
Yeah, the stuff they're supposed to be doing. But then everyone felt like because they saw one person that bought it just to have the fat tires,
They had to do it.
everyone had to go do it because they didn't want to get left behind.
I'm
It's a
sorry,
cool
but
thing.
I know some 50-year-old dude that just bought that bike is not using it for jumping fallen trees.
Yeah.
Especially when there's no like mud or scratches on the bike.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're just trending. You're doing it because it's a trend.
Yeah, you've seen somebody else do it. And not that you even think it's cool or you like it. It's just you want to be acknowledged.
You need your attention.
Yeah.
Like, one of my least favorite trends, Jeep owners. It's fucking rubber duckies. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But
That-
don't those things are on the dashboard. Don't those get hot enough that you're eventually gonna like? Isn't it gonna somewhat
Ruin the dashboard?
Yeah.
Or put off some sort of burnt rubber plastic.
Yeah, when you
in the air
start when you start
open
your
it.
when you start your like the vent right there and it just blows that air that's just like probably cancerous.
Yeah.
You're
super
just getting this
carcinogen,
poison
whatever.
blown in your face.
Yeah.
Might as well just load that. You might as well turn that whole Jeep into a vape cartridge.
Yeah. I don't know I'm not sure of the understanding of the meaning. Yeah,
So-
why is
This is, it was bugging me enough because like I don't mind like if I saw like one or two rubber duckies on a dashboard, okay, like, but I started seeing them all the time, and for a brief period of time, it was more and more of them, like whole dashboards covered in them, and it bugged me enough that I finally Googled it.
yeah.
And I think it's, what is it? If a Jeep owner rides in another Jeep and
They approve of
they approve of that Jeep driver, they give them a rubber ducky. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah, that's gay.
But now I think people are going and buying their own rubber duckies and
I was
just
gonna
throwing
say,
them
yeah,
in
you
there.
could-
It's probably just the same two people. Like they were just trade off. Like they're
Yeah.
riding their Jeep.
They look at your Amazon account and seeing that you bought like 475 of them. Yeah.
And that matches
that-
exactly what you have on your dashboard.
That's the algorithm in real life.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
You didn't see it coming and now it's there. You can't get rid of it.
I'm gonna throw them off. I'm gonna get like an El Camino or something and drive past them, and in the back it's gonna be a monkey
Skull.
standing up, just fucking
The bobblehead monkey just.
no, a real one. I want the real thing. Just a monkey just beating off, or a bus full of them. It's like someone emptied out like those what was that, the monkey barrel?
Yeah, those plastic monkey barrels.
Yeah,
you're
what
talking
were
about?
those called?
Monkey rings or monkey shines or something like that or whatever.
They all hook to each
Barrel
other.
of
you're talking-
monkeys.
Yeah.
I think I was trying to monkey barrel of monkeys. Yeah, it's gonna look like that, but they're all gonna fucking be like chain link, but all beaten off in the windows.
Just a bunch of Dutch rudders.
I'm gonna just speed past every Jeep I can find.
Take
with
that,
bus.
duck.
Yeah, take that for your rubber duck.
Take that, duck. Just throw 'em protein.
Or I'm gonna get back into duck hunting and have like a dead duck hanging from the rear view mirror.
That's real manly.
That's what you should do. Yeah. Every time you disapprove, you just put a dead duck.
Can you imagine getting a dead duck thrown at your vehicle?
So we're so focused on that. Like if that's where it truly started, like, hey, I approve of you. Here's a rubber ducky. But what if you what if you disapprove? I'm taking one away.
You get this decapitate one.
You get to burn it.
You get the barrel of monkeys.
Yeah, you get to drive around this monkey beating off in your back seat.
Trends. Yeah.
But this is where we are. It's the society, CrossFit and rubber duckies in your vehicle.
Do you think in this, like our parents, do you think they even thought any of this shit was gonna go on?
No.
That they'd be raising a kid with rubber duckies on their dashboard.
Yeah. When they drove Jeeps, there were no rubber duckies, and now they see everybody with one in them.
Well, that's because they couldn't have anything on their dashboard because they probably used Jeeps for what they were used for. They were probably going, as a crow fly. It's like off road, like up the rocks and shit. Like I don't know what that's the sound they make when they drive. And just, no, I'm Jeeping.
No, they keep telling themselves it's a Jeep thing. It's a Jeep thing.
Or
You wouldn't understand.
Or if you see like those tire covers, if you can read this, it's upside down. If you can read this, can you flip my Jeep over?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You didn't need that for an old Chevy pickup. If someone, knew, like, saw you driving that. Yeah, your BAC was probably 0.1 and you had a Dale Earnhardt shirt on.
If you see this truck upside down, leave it and run.
No
Run
one's
away
in ya.
as fast as you can. Yeah.
If you see this upside down, I partied at such and such bar.
If you see this upside down, there's a DUI coming.
No, I closed whatever. But you put it on that bumper sticker upside down.
So you can read it right side up. Yeah.
I'm coming back for this in the morning.
Yeah, I closed. I closed.
I closed
the
Walski's.
hairy lemon.
Yeah. Yeah, I closed Walski's.
Yeah, that's a big one. Is it? Yeah.
I closed Walski's and woke up like this. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a rubber ducky. You made it home. You get a rubber ducky.
But yeah, those pickups probably had all probably like Metallica cassette tapes or something on the dashboard.
I'm thinking
Under
more
all the
like
beer
Van
cans.
Halen.
Yeah, that's like a Van Halen and AC/DC.
Like, yeah, Van Halen. Yeah, AC/DC.
Definitely Back
Poison
in Black
or something like that. Yeah.
There was no music after the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, not at all. Yeah.
A bunch of empty cartons of Marlboro Reds.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a rock.
Like a rock.
And probably rolled like a rock.
Yeah. But you roll it back over and it should be able to good to go, right?
That was that's
Still good to go
Those
home.
were good. Yeah.
Yeah, roll it over. Yeah. It seems like too the Jeeps that they have now aren't nearly like the ones that they had back in the military war times. You know?
When they used to do
No, it's
Jeep
all
things
plastic
with-
now. They were just one hunk of metal back in the day.
Yeah.
You could open the door and just hose it off.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Everything's kind of
And yeah, your rubber duckies wouldn't go flying everywhere.
trending the wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff is trending the wrong way. What happened to like trending? Why can't things like, guns and cigarettes, like why can't that trend? And AC/DC.
Well, how much healthier were people in the 80s? I mean, than they are now. If you were to be able to track everything, if you were to be able to track the trending diseases and why people died of this and died of that, I mean, back then you had, Joe Cool and the Marlboro, the Marlboro Man,
Cowboy.
things like that, the cowboy, yeah, and now it's, everything is so, they say health driven, but you look at the food you eat and the stuff that you drink and whatever, and the lifestyles that you live, and it's no healthier.
No.
It's no healthier. So that's one algorithm that got screwed up along the way.
But no, it's more crammed on our throats now what you should be eating. Or, not just eating, but what you should be doing with.
Well, they say too, like smoking, all the cancer risks, obviously,
Yeah.
with smoking and things like that. Well, there's they say like a record level, like the smoking level's way down. Now you have vapes and you have other things, but the smoking's way down, but like cancer's rampant. So it's like, really, was it?
Was it smoking?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Yeah, the algorithm got a hold of that thing and shifted the shit out of that, Kind of interesting how over time it kind of...
Yeah, cigarette sales went down, rubber ducky sales went up.
Yeah, that's where your cancer's coming from, man.
Yeah, you turn on that vent.
Yeah, it's all the defroster blowing.
That Timu rubber.
You're just fucking vaping. You're practically vaping the whole time.
You're hotboxing yourself all summer long.
That's why they're dancing in those things.
They're high off their
fucking
ass.
high. Plastic and rubber's going to their brain.
Yeah, frying them and don't even know what's going on.
And they're going off-road, not knowing where they're...
Yeah, you run them things over a curb now and they break. You see them broken down, It's not the same.
Now, do you
Just not
think
the same.
CrossFit people, it's a safe assumption that if they're not driving some beat or shitbox vehicle, they're driving a Jeep?
Probably.
Yeah, I would say that.
A Jeep or a Subaru.
No, that's what the leaders drive Jeeps. I
Yeah.
feel like the leaders and then everyone else, because they drop all their money on all the gear that they drive around a shitbox.
Yeah.
An old like 90s Outback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Like, okay, that's trendiness today. CrossFit or rock climbing. That's what it comes down to. Like, that's the clubs if you want to be trendy.
Kind of the same thing.
I would say
if you
rock
think about
climbing's
it.
probably still. I don't know. Maybe I guess somewhat more relevant than. I mean,
I feel like
now it is. Yeah,
it's the new CrossFit. Like CrossFit is dying out
saying.
because of rock climbing.
I got you.
But
I see what you're
it was
saying,
for
sure.
a while. I bet that you had to choose either one.
Okay, you couldn't do both.
Yeah, you can't. You're
Pick
either
one.
team rock climbing.
Yeah.
or-
I'm a bi CrossFitter. Like I'm bi. Yeah, I'm bi.
I'm a bi-fitter. Yeah. I like to go both ways. You know?
I do rock climb on Saturdays, but every other day I'm all CrossFit. It's fuck
But-
yeah.
Pronouns are all in both.
And I'm still using my chalk. Like, I got the new
Gotta
brand of
chalk
chalk.
up, man.
I don't know. Is that how they talk? Probably. They're probably the same people drinking sparkling water, like that type of stuff, or the liquid death cans of liquid death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're like, yeah, can you give me a Cliff Bar?
If those are even cool anymore. Whatever happened to the Cliff Goop?
Are they around?
Remember
The
Cliff
goo.
Goo?
Yeah.
What was that?
Goop.
Like peanut butter or something or what?
It was like pouches, right?
Yeah, someone
never
just sold
had
like a pouch of like peanut butter and called it goo.
Is that what it was? Pretty much. Like
It was like
okay.
energy, like, but you'd have to pay like $8 for a little pouch.
Yeah. A little protein shot in there.
Yeah.
That shit'll get you fucking young.
Yeah. You'd be climbing a cliff in no time. But like, I feel bad for all the real rock climbers. They're like, okay,
The
like
one that scale Mount Everest.
Yeah,
Well, that's probably where these people are probably fearing like trends. Like, look at kayakers.
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, that's another kind of trend, isn't it?
Like, yeah, I mean,
Each summer, I feel like we get a new one.
owned, like in the 90s, like nobody owned a kayak.
Sure.
Like
Besides
maybe
people
one
that
in like
really-
1,000 owned a kayak.
Like a personal one. You're like I'm gonna
Yeah.
take this really serious. Like do some river kayaking type.
No,
thing.
everyone and their brother has a kayak.
They go floating down the Milwaukee River and don't do anything. And they're like, look at us, we're kayaking.
We're
Yeah.
kayaking.
Ain't doing shit. Just floating down there. Might as well be in an inner tube.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Trends.
Just annoying.
We need some good old fashioned trend killers.
What's what they should advertise? Yeah.
Yeah,
the great Southern trend killers. Yeah. Yep.
But think of some of these companies that end up in the trend. Like they just laugh to the bank. They have to be.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're on that side of it, you know, you beg for trends, if you will.
Yeah.
But it's all because they're tricking the algorithm. That's all it is so the algorithm can favor them.
Well, now too, like advertising, like how much of, I mean, if your product or your idea gets caught up in the algorithm, I mean, it's going to flood it to a bunch of people.
Well, and that's where
You know, it's
back to what we were saying before. Marketing companies are lazy now.
yeah.
If
It's
they
just
find a way
gonna
to
take
trend,
it,
they can
yeah.
just sit back on cruise control.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, everyone's doing this. And they have the lowest budget. Someone filmed it with their phone just to fucking get a trend out there, just to be a part of a trend.
Like
That's
their
all they did.
iPhone 3.
Yeah,
It's like not even any quality.
Remember like the mannequin challenge or like the planking?
Oh,
remember
so-
that
so-
stupid shit?
Okay, I know I get sick of trends, but here's
You remember that
Yeah,
stupid shit?
But here's a trend that I'm for. Do you remember the one that came up? I think it was like last year, the grimace stuff. The grimace, the
That's-
Shamrock Shake.
No, I mean that stuff's funny. Like, that's really funny.
What was that? I don't remember that one.
What would they acted like? How did that work? Like they'd buy like a bunch of Shamrock Shakes, right?
I think it was like the purple ones.
But yeah, but then what? I forgot how it tied grimace into it. How did it?
But I love what is it? You drink 4 of those, you end up like behind the shed jerking grimace off or
Oh,
sucking
yeah, it was something
grimace
weird,
off
but
or
all,
something. Yeah, like,
but all these fucking boys were filming all these videos of them all passed out on these shakes and all that. But they'd waste so much fucking money buying these shakes just to film the videos, and some of them were actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
but they showed that they were pretty much assaulted by grimace.
Yeah, that was the basis. Yeah, I was drawing a
But it was I watched one, so the fucking algorithm like,
Yeah.
oh, here's another one, here's another one.
But just think
I mean,
of McDonald's. They don't care that they're just filming that, but that's like a trend they couldn't control.
Okay.
But that shit's funny. Like they
Yeah.
weren't dancing in it. They weren't doing some just dumb shit. Like that something simple like planking or remember T-bowing and all that stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then every company, goes and like
they try to be the next.
yeah, they're like it's like some random company that you wouldn't even think do like I don't know such and such stump removal. Here's a video of us blanking. Just derp.
Yeah.
Like, what does this have to do? Just I called you to remove my stump. Not
Imagine-
not lay on a railing.
Imagine you pay a company or whatever, and you look outside and they're filming themselves instead of removing the stump. They all have like 6 phones out filming one guy like planking on top of the stump that he should be removing.
Would parkour fall underneath that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Parkour.
But it was people that didn't actually do it and they would pretend to it. Like, I'm so funny.
Well, have you seen the ones that actually tried to do it and they like try to jump like building to building and like
Mess.
fall and like totally.
Yeah, so you got
knock
one of
their
those
teeth out or
videos. Yeah. You got a ton.
It was they tried
Well,
to
that's
take the,
that's what I'm waiting for. Is always the fail. Huh?
yeah, man. It's like they took like this trend of like whatever, and they're like, man, we're really gonna up the ante on this, and if someone just eats shit so hard,
Dude,
that makes it worth it.
I got an idea how we can reverse things, how we can come up with a new challenge. It's called Union Challenge. Where on the job site you film people like Union Challenge, and everyone just stops what they're doing and just watches one guy work.
Very slowly.
Yeah. And then, it becomes a challenge, and then we finally get it to reverse that those people actually start working.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Imagine they
it.
target the guy that's not working. They're gonna film him working that they're watching him.
And he just doesn't.
That's
do
how you can
anything
like
anyway.
passive aggressively get a guy to work.
Flip the script on him.
Yeah.
Everybody just like shows everybody and they'll just focus in on one guy.
Can you imagine that? Like you're parked by construction or something and you just yell out your window. Like you see that, you always see it. You see like 5 guys standing around while one guy is like has the shovel.
Yeah, like half-ass working.
Oh, you're talking about, sorry, I might have misunderstood you. You're talking about finding the people that are already standing there and yelling union.
Oh, no,
break
that's what
and
I'm
stuff.
getting to too.
Oh.
Now, like you reverse it on them. Like, can you imagine some kid rolling down their window and be like, Union Challenge?
And they're already like standing there?
Yeah, and they're like, what? And now they're going to not want that yelled at them. So they're like,
gonna
I
go
got to
do
fucking
something.
work. Yeah.
They're just gonna start walking and looking for something.
Imagine how much quicker construction schedules would go, especially road construction.
Yeah.
Anything to
Yeah.
help that out.
We're not saying all of them are bad, but, I see a fair amount of them that.
Sorry, you guys are tagged as that. That's what you guys are. Sorry.
Only the ones at the job site.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be doing something. Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't take 4 weeks to lay 80 yards of concrete.
But little do
2
we know.
lanes
Here we are
wide.
being experts in someone else's
Little do we
field.
know it actually takes 12 weeks, but they're
They're doing
done
it in 4.
8.
Yeah.
I'm
And everyone's just ripping. Everyone's rips on those people like they know how construction works.
Yeah.
Just
I
'cause
helped, I helped a buddy lay like 2 big cement patios. They were like, I think each one was like 12 by 24. And we laid each one of those in probably like 6 hours or 8 hours, whatever. I mean, everything was, the stuff was prepped. I'm talking about just laying the concrete and getting everything done the way it needed to be done.
So what'd you use for rebar though? Did you just throw a bunch of random shit in there?
No, there was
you
rebar with like
did.
screens.
Like
did it the right
side
way.
jobs, like they're just throwing a bunch of just
He had like
shit in there.
screens and stuff, He did it himself. It was
Okay.
a guy. Yeah, it was a guy. And then he had a bunch of people come over. So there were like 8 people. They had like couple tractors running concrete.
So
from,
there's
the
like
truck
two
and stuff.
people, 3 people that actually know what they're doing, and then the rest you just kind of hopefully
just told us what to do. Be like, hey,
And
just
you probably
dump
had
this
the
here,
wheelbarrow, yeah, and then
sift this, do this, but everybody was working. So again, I don't know exactly how long the official does to like do it on the road and
Right.
whatever, but it shouldn't take.
But it affects us, so we have to
it
bitch about
seems
it.
like it shouldn't take that long.
I'm already pissed off when
With
I'm stuck in
technology.
traffic. So, sorry, road construction workers, you end up being the scapegoat. I'm already in a pissy mood.
Well, how does the algorithm not come up with a faster way of doing it?
They should be teaching
No,
these.
you know what they need to do? We need to make it
Chat
trend.
GPT, yeah.
We need to get that shit to
Man,
trend.
Like, come on.
If we get road construction to trend,
Yeah.
it'll be quicker.
There's orange barrels out all freaking year, man.
So there it is. There's the future. Let's get the algorithm to help with construction.
That's right. Chat GPT that bitch.